those people who are crying in the National Assembly, they are hypocrites. And I'll give you the reason why they are hypocrites. We started the issue of giving the country a good electoral act. I'm sure many of you will have seen that on October 1, 2021, I was at one hotel, I don't want to mention the name so that it's not a commercial, in Abuja, where we had a conference on electoral bill. And the things we canvassed that the National Assembly should put in the electoral bill, because of the selfish interest of people in the National Assembly, they did not put many of them. Now, even the little they have put, which is for them to survive the overlordship of their governors, the governors kept lobbying, and those who have self-centered ideas in the presidency also lobbied the president not to sign. Now, the bill was kicked back to the National Assembly. They removed the things that the president complained about and sent it to the president. Now, whether the president is going to sign it or not depends on whether the president wants to be the president of the people or wants to be the president of politicians. And it is a question of whether President Buhari wants to have a legacy that people can remember him for. That I cannot help him with that. But what I can say to Nigerian people is this: we need a good electoral act. The electoral bill sent to the president is not one of the best, but it's an improvement over the one we are using now. And pressure should be made and put upon the president to sign this electoral bill now into an act. And if we put that pressure, which I will continue to prove, that it should sign. But let me say something clearly. It is an unserious country that signs electoral bill every election. Some countries have been using the same electoral bill, electoral act, electoral law for decades. What we need to change is to realize that the electoral act which we are using now has not expired. What we are doing now is an attempt to improve upon it. But what we need to improve upon the most is to improve upon our character. Because everybody has a role to play. I am a candidate now. I have a role to play, whether I want to do money politics or I want to do issue politics. Money politics is easier if you can find the money, but issue politics is better for the country. For those who are party functionaries, they need to make up their mind whether they want to do politics for the country or they want to do a bazaar or harvest season from various aspirants and candidates and cause commotion. The same thing for the media. Whether you want to cover those who have the big money or you want to cover those who have the big ideas. That one does not depend on Buhari. That depends on you and the editors and the owners of your media houses. The same thing with the voters. Whether you want to collect 5,000 or you want to collect good government in 4 years, it's up to you. That does not depend on the Electoral Act. The same thing with the policeman. Whether he wants to make money now from those who are snatching ballots and live in that terrible police barracks and his children have no future, or he wants to respect the law and let people vote and let the vote count. So I don't want a situation where we point fingers. I don't point fingers. All I know is that the president should sign the Electoral Act at least to be able to live up to his oath of office, which says that he will protect the interests of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But for me, I can only advocate. The second thing I can do, which is even more important to me, is that I can run my campaign in an honest, credible, and competent way that will show to people that if we entrust the country into his hand, this man is going to make wonders out of the opportunities.
My name